Alright, what is up? Let's try out some draft. So this is probably the easy choice because that's going to play for concept value, whereas the other one is really only for harmony. And the other one, though thinning isn't bad, that we can, at least see what we want. I think Rage of the Sea can put some decent pressure. Plus, unless they've changed stuff that I don't know about, I don't think the provisions matter, right? I barely played Arena, and first time playing the new one, so if I'm wrong with that, let me know. Okay. That is good, but you're typically looking that for thinning. Good engine piece, which we don't quite know that we would have. We also could have a lot of bronze units, so it could be very high rolly, so I think that's going to be a no. Very good card in certain circumstances, but I think you're needing to build the deck around it, so I think we're going to go with this one. Choose a set. Okay, this is cool. That's both those phenomenal cards, and that's pretty solid too, especially synergy. So I think we're gonna go armor here because we've got good generators, but Syndicate I think can be a little wonky for using those coins. Okay, pre-buff. Good synergy right there with their Sheldon and the Agitator or the Ithling, like that. It's gonna be a no problem. I mean, having two of them is pretty solid because you can actually generate a lot of value with that. Whether we already kind of have that with Rage of the Sea, I don't think there's a reason to go down. So it's definitely between pre-buff and Etch Arrow. I think my first answer was pre-buff, but Etriel and Merlega. I don't know, because that plays for pretty good value. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Okay, so that would have been actually good to have for Torius. That's a lot of thinning, but those are very good choices. We're gonna go with this. Jeez, we should have went with that. Oh man, like that. That can play for pretty good, though we do have kind of a lot of lower units, so let's go risky here. That is split. Okay. Keep going for the dwarves package over here. Because other weather isn't super great, and she needs charges given. I don't know if we'd have, like, she would give it to the Hamadryads, but we gotta actually be able to supply. I think we'll go for dwarves here. Okay, we keep going with that. I hate poison. Yeah. Bouncer. So if this is a whole thing with draft, as you can clearly tell, don't know too much, but I've kind of seen some videos. You can get gifted lots of thinning units. That's crazy tempo. Alright, Dragon Stream. Not bad. We have... oh man. Hardly ever. I don't think I've ever seen a card played. Okay, I like this. Geralt Unleashed. We're gonna go with that. Good control options. Okay. Boost. We could go for the boost, I think is what we'll do. Go for the hand buff. Alright, let's get some cool skins here. Let's do Leshen. Let's do seasonal. Oh, we'll go Leshen. And then I always like the Siri ones. There we go. We'll see how it goes, friends. Yeah, so our strength here is we've got some control options, but we've also kind of got a little bit of swarm. We've got some engines. I think we got a little bit of everything. But yeah, those honey packs showing up. Oh, might have been a decent call
otherwise incinerate
for what's it, Artorias. And I think maybe we need to consider that in future times. That the cards it gives you earlier definitely gonna synergize with the cards it gives you later. Let's save that. Save that. Okay, we got one of those. That was gonna be a little bit risky, but I'm thinking if we were able to draw for it, good stuff. And it's cool to kind of be able to play with some of these cards they don't normally get to touch, because far and away, like, coolest artwork right there. Alright.
I'm a won't say.
Gonna lead with the Arbalist here to generate value for any future order stuff we'll be playing. Then we'll have a Francis coming soon. The Immortals.
Go! Onward we ride!
Not one escapes. Got it?
Sometimes good to save charges if you know units can survive, but definitely don't know that for this, so. Shield! Shield!
Remember Sintra?
He's actually terrible though because of all the shields.
Blood! Blood!
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Right! Come on!
So you can see what I'm doing here is row stacking. Not a good thing to do. Just because I'm thinking like I'm playing dwarves here, I guess. Because you want to row stack with them. Zoltan would be nice. Hopefully we can at least draw Zoltan for next one if we get the dry pass.
I shall never be alone again.
Wait, he's not a syndicate? Huh. So we're down by more than 15 points, so I think this is where we pass. Got some carryover points. Can't complain. Plus these we can drop straight for the Zeal with the formation, but then also have the inspired ability. So that's, and we drew that. Good stuff. Pretty strong. Could we try pass? Let's kick this. Okay. Now, gotta play it careful because he could just be playing one card to get out of there. So let's not commit too much.
A long road walk we have.
Playing him range row in case we have to go in with a lot of stuff and get Cranmer value. Okay, he's going in.
Fire blood the desert as thirst.
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
50% chance that Pyrotechnician hits shield, so we're not going to be doing that. Jeez, this guy drew good for some of these engines.
Huh? What is it?
Rain does... Nah, because it spawns it back here and we don't want that.
Double chase!
Not the worst. Say what his response will be to our purify, but to our resilience unit. Okay, we got the pass. Four carryover points, not too bad. At least give us a Sultan on the board to help our rowdy dwarves here for future Sultan's company right there. Okay, kick. Well, this isn't that good. This is not that good. But kind of still thinking in terms of normal matchups instead of just solely draft, because we don't know at all what he would have. So we'll go with this. Then we can play Zoltan. Just kind of play a little more proactive back. And just brace for impact with some stuff, because we have no idea what can be going on. It's kind of fun thing about draft here. He has a Kiki more queen. If that's the case, I want to deny as many insects as possible, leading to me playing that card. Okay, wow. That... I don't know if you should be doing that. That's a card to save till like the very end.
Double chase!
Double chase! So nice that his provision got dropped down. Because before, it's just so bad. Like, that's being treated at the same level as Vernacial, but Vernacial is a 10, like, I wouldn't even say they're in the same league. Like, Vernacial is, I don't know if quite there, but definitely contender for like a tier 1. Hey, look at that. Tier 1.
Maybe the axe of the heat while I'm at it.
Okay, it's really fast to get back to that point. So we need that at 9 power and we can destroy it. Put this here.
Attention! Present arms!
But I would say because it can be proactive and just get you points on the board. Beautiful.
Whoa, those gunners are in for a world of hot.
Get some good value. Because it's 12 points on the board, right? You're also having to synergize for any sort of other thing like Yavin, right? It's 3 more points for Yavin, or 3 more points for Isengrim. Or you're playing at melee if you set up your Elven Deadeyes for 2 damage for each one, who can really hit and knock back an opponent in terms of tempo and things like that, right? And then him, it's like, okay, spawn 2 Ratty Dwarves in this row, then with Munro, you know, 2 Dwarven Berserkers, that's pretty good. But, and then boost all allied Ratty Dwarves by 2. The problem is you're just not going to be having that many. It's not like Deadeyes were a little bit more prevalent in showing up because cards synergized with them are pretty good. We'll do this.
Not your lucky day.
Right, and so, and elves in general are just stronger than dwarves, and so having them at 12 provisions is just
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Ach, I can't be asked.
I guess I probably could have gotten an extra point out of that. Oh, clear skies. Wait. Never mind, clear skies got changed. To an actual playable card.
Let's get this over with.
I think we win with that, friends. I think we win with that actually pretty solid little deck. I was a little worried. Bone Talisman. Not bad. But hey, take that. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. So 12 provisions is just garbage. There's so many better things you could play. So getting that bump down to 11 was nice. I don't know if 10 would work too well because you're also getting 6 on the board, but we will see. So let's get into one more. So is this like you fill up the circle and you get something? But yeah, knocking down Munro would be pretty decent. Like having 2 berserk, like from a rowdy dwarf to a berserker is a definite increase. But I don't know if it it's because it's like if you look at it in a vacuum. Yeah, it makes sense. Is Vincent gonna have a good target here? Probably not. There we go. Having that other trio would have been nice. Who are we hand buffing here? I guess him to try and enable him to stay alive. Okay, let's do this first. Let me play it. Play that melee.
Got it?
Actually, it doesn't matter because I'm still treating this like normal, where I'm expecting the Dolpathena Bowman. Oh yeah. So in a vacuum, you're like, that's good value. But when you look at that, you're playing him in dwarf decks or whatever. It's like, okay, that's already a little bit diminished, and so bumping that down makes sense in terms of the playstyle that we put into as a whole and what it's going up against.
Humans above, beasts below. Don't know which is worse.
Nice. Got a big boy coming in. And then he's just gonna play for no value. Okay, did I accidentally queue into normal and not draft here? Because this is seeming exactly like a Squirtle.
Hi-ho! Hi-ho!
Gonna drop the Pyrotechnician and hopefully use it with Miner. I just obviously terrible targets right now. Want them to get more on there so it can actually play for its value, or we just kind of hang on to the charge and just scare the opponent a bit. But continuing off the previous thing, okay.
Though trees live longer than humans, They need protection from them.
We're gonna try and kill it with that trio. I do think a lot of people say how bad dwarves are, but I honestly wholly believe, especially if you throw it in with like a shoot for like massive amounts of resilience, their long round is pretty solid with things like Barclay. Hey, we'll still go ahead and play this.
Guana parasites! Pests!
We're gonna save Geralt for later. No sense spending him now. They short round with Yarvin is actually phenomenal. Long round, you do have to row stack, so a little bit vulnerable there, but Barclay and like Mahakam guards, crazy strong value. Have a couple ancient pieces and can dish out a little bit of damage. Like, they're actually pretty solid. Now, are they going to be tier 1 meta breakers? No, but I think they've received enough little buffs, and especially with having a dedicated leader, that fairly solid.
A wee hint. Dinna jiggle this.
I wish I had a peer. I should have kept my Baron. Should have looked at the leader. Should have kept the Baron or had Geralt Axie.
The only good human is a dead human.
Choke the embers! Wind, blow out the flame!
Let's get this over with.
Hasta la vista. So we committed a fair amount more than he did in terms of golds versus bronzes, but he's used both Hom and Dryad, so unless he's got a necromancy. Oh, kick that. Not okay, that's good. We could shoot into a short round, like we got some decent draws that would potentially hit, I guess I should say. Try to make use of our resilience. Is pushing here the right call? No. Are we gonna do it? Yep. Would you look at that? How come it doesn't... Maybe there's just non-premium versions of that, but... Why? It's kind of funny.
Damn the horse son!
Alright, we got the mirror up here. Has this guy played one non-syndicate card? We are in draft mode, right? We have to be, right? Because we have that with this. And we take our pass here. Hopefully resilience sticks. It does. Again, it's only 4 carryover points. It's not that great. But it at least has some synergies. And 4 points can matter. Something like that would be really nice, but I just don't really know what I want to kick. What is it? What's it? Wow, beautiful. 2 icing rooms. I think we just kill that.
There. Now let them dangle a while.
Let's not deal with it.
Not your lucky day.
Might as well. Because I think any other really big target, Baron can handle it. So let's just deny him a little bit of damage value.
If this is me now, who was I before?
Harmony got hit so hard, you know, with them taking it out, but like still pretty viable. I'm surprised. I don't see it more. I should say viable if you don't run into a super heavy control deck, because its points are insane. So let's go with this.
Dance! Dance! Dance with my death!
Then I guess Lyrian Arbalest, it'll get 3 points total if it lives.
Ah, this will shoot through.
One bolt's all I need.
1 bolts. Remember when these were 4 provision? Oh man. Pulled 2 of them out at once with the portal. Oh man. Yeah, so what I said earlier
Mother Earth, I grant you my life. From you it came. To
doesn't
you
matter.
it returns.
Totally forgot, you know, you can totally draft more than 2 because this is draft mode. What an idiot.
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
So I think we try and kill this. Come on, let's get lucky.
Whoa, those gunners are in for a world of hurt.
So that's harmony value, and he might be having a great oak since he's row stacking really hard. Got decent point difference here. We'll hit the Hamadryad pretty hard. This is playing for a lot, so I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Oh, we got our new target.
Novigrad's a real beaut, excluding the folk, of course. Ah, I can't be arsed.
Don't hit the gourd. Ah, come on, bro. Now, what's his last say, though? Okay, so I think we win here, then.
Can dwarfs fight? Ah, the fish pissing lakes.
And we gain.
Gather my men.
Alright. Let's do it. Pretty good little start off. Yeah, we'll go and end it there. I'll kind of try and keep this going just a little bit in the back. I guess, let me get a initial thoughts or whatever, if anyone's curious. I think this mode's pretty fun. It a little bit more variance and kind of leads to some interesting play because like you don't know what you're going against, right? Because it could be anything, and so it's a different way to think about it in general, and I like that. And it's kind of fun. Just before, you always have to kind of view stuff. You can't totally view them in a vacuum. You have to view it in what is the meta and what cards are you playing with, things like that. But these cards get valued a lot different. Like you're gonna pick the card like what is the best in a vacuum. So some cards that are normally, you know, or to bad are now actually pretty good. Some cards that are really good because of the synergies are now dropping But the other side of that is you can like fingers crossed and hope that you draw something that'll synergize it and go really for it, right? Like I saw the Artorias, I'm like, no, he's only good if you're doing like thinning or particular engine cards, right? But if we went with him and went for the engines, we could have gotten hunting packs, right? And massive tempo swing out. So it's kind of fun for that. I know some people have issues with it. I haven't looked too much into that. But I think this is just kind of a fun thing, like when you get tired of playing SK Warriors and Shieldwall, or playing against them nonstop, to kind of mix it up. But yeah, more to come, and I will catch you in the next one.